welcome back to my channel. In this video I will show you all about my internship. I really love the whole thing about coffee making and brewing and everything that has to do with coffee. Like, I had no idea about coffee back then. I was just drinking any coffee that has been offered to me, instant coffee, but now as I'm learning it, I'm falling in love with coffee. But yeah, I really love the whole thing about coffee. And if you want to do your internship here, you can always DM me and ask about, and I will tell you about my mentor. So first thing first, before starting this video or the coffee making process, I would like to tell you about my mentor. She's such a wonderful woman, and the way she teaches, like, this workplace is a very person-to-person working space wherein you learn and grow, and you can ask anything or any doubts you have. So I really love this place. And also, you guys have been asking me to do a story time video, and I'm planning to, but the thing is, I don't have any interesting idea or interesting story or that I can share with you guys. I can just talk about some random things, but I want it to be entertaining, funny, and then impactful. And also, I just don't want to do it half-heartedly and not enjoy it and you guys not liking it. So I'll think about it more, and I will drop a storytime video very soon. So in this episode, in this vlog, we will learn manual brewing. Like, I will show you what I've learned so far. I've not yet learned how to operate espresso machine, but I will soon. But for now, I am only learning the manual brewing process, and I think I really enjoy the manual brewing process. Like, it's so fun, it's so engaging, and it's so intense. So let's start. And this is for Asa, since she really wants to learn about coffee. So Asa, this video is for you personally, so enjoy. For this, like, there are many types of manual brewing, but we will kickstart with the V60 method. This is called the V60, and we need this grinder, this coffee grinder. So yeah, we will be starting with this one, since this is more simple and easier. And this is the gooseneck kettle, and we need this cup. This is the measuring thing, so we have to do a lot of math as well in order to get the perfect brew. We will be using these primitive perks, and this is the grinder. But before we do that, my mentor taught me that every coffee bean has different, coffee beans has different size. So for this V60, it is also called pour over. So for pour over, we need what? We need medium coarse grain. So it should not be too coarse, and it should not be too fine. We have to fix our grinder. We have to make it a little tight. I think this will do. And then you add your coffee, and you add your coffee beans. This whole coffee thing is so interesting. We have to hold it this way. We should not do it this way. We should not do it this way. I was doing it this way on the first day, on the first practical. I was doing this way. I was keeping it this way, but my mentor taught me we should not do it this way. We should do it like this. So, all these things, it gives you a very... These things are so oriented. This coffee making process, this manual brewing, like I said, I've been saying the word engaging, but it's very meticulous, and it's very engaging, and I learn a lot. I'm learning a lot. So now when we are done with this, we have to put this carefully. Like, this is the medium coarse grind. And now we keep this. And like baking, we have to preheat. So let's keep this aside. We have our measuring. We have this measuring device, V60 dripper. It's like tissue, but it's not a tissue. And we put this flask or this glass over on the measuring tape, on the measuring device, and then we put our V60 here. We have to be very careful. I have to be very careful. I'm clumsy. I'm clumsy as fuck, but I cannot manage to, break these things because these things are expensive, girl. And we have to weight our paper. I'm very clumsy by nature, but I'm learning. And we add this coffee, like this grinded coffee, our coarse grind. And then we have to dispose this. We have to check. So this coarse grind, it weighs to 16 gram. So we have to multiply 16 with 15. So what do we get? Makes it 240. So we tear the number, and then we do this. In a clockwise motion. That is our first pour. The bed is raised, and we are getting the bubbles, which is a good sign, I suppose. Take this out this way, and we just dispose it. We'll put this down, stop this device. We off the device. We should turn off the device, and pour this coffee like this. So even the pouring thing has a system. Has some ways, some orders, some rules and regulations. So we just strip it and pull it fast. And first we have to know about the aroma. The aroma is very fruity and somehow woody and chocolatey. So now let's taste it. Less acidity. I think that's a good sign. It tastes like hazelnut and a little bit of grain and a little chocolatey. I think this is a good this is a good pour over, I can say. And I think because of all drinking this coffee, not drinking instant coffee and switching to this after working here, it's helping me a lot with my acne. I'm breaking out a lot since I came here in Nagaland. It's really good. Let's see how much time I will take with the French press method, because the French press method is a little complicated for me, but it's very interesting, and there's a lot of timing and maths involved, which is not my best, which is something that I'm not very good with. So yeah, let's do that process. But first of all, we have to arrange these things. For pour over, we need coarse grind. We need rough grinded coffee. So we have to loosen this a bit. And just put it this way. Like I told you, I cannot manage to break these things because these things are so expensive and have due rent. And this internship is free, of course, free, but the skills and the knowledge that I'm gaining is very valuable and priceless. I feel like all the people that are interning, all my batchmates, all my classmates, and all my friends, I feel like I'm learning the most. And I mean, they might be, but I feel like I'm gaining and learning a lot. And I think this is the whole point of internship. So even if I graduate and even if I have no idea about what I would want to do further, I mean that's just an instance, that's just an hypothetical situation, because I'm very clear with my goals. But still, then if I change or diverge, I can always come back to this, because this is not just an internship that I would do now and I'll forget about it, but it is something that I am very interested in, and I'm very curious about, and I'm getting very interested in. So I think it's a very good way, to develop more skills and build my relationship or build a career with coffee. So yes, and also there is this relationship that I found between this coffee brewing process and this barista thing. But I'll get it. So this is our French press. We need warm water for this, and it should not be 100 degrees Celsius. There is this relationship between this barista, this coffee making or this coffee brewing process, and coffee is so complicated, not complicated, so coffee is so sophisticated and more than what we, just think of it as a drink, as a beverage. For preheating, as I was saying, we take this barista thing very lightly, or we just look down on them. I was one of that, I wouldn't lie. I have to frankly admit that. But now I realize that there is so much dignity of work in all these things. So our coffee gram is 12, 180, so we have to get 180. So we pour our water. We have to do it clockwise. And we have to leave it for 3 to 4 minutes. So I'll leave it for 4 minutes. So as I was saying, this coffee brewing and philosophy, there is this relationship, or there is this thing that I found out that is very similar, because all this coffee, when I'm brewing this coffee, as I was learning, and as my mentor was teaching me about all these things, guiding me, I realized that, it's a fact, but also the realization came that every time I brew, I might use the same process, the same method, the same timing, but my brew would always have a different aroma, a different taste. So it's not constant, it keeps on changing. And the more we do, the more experience we get, the more knowledge we get about it, the more flavors we get. It is somehow like philosophy, because in philosophy we don't have an absolute answer that this is the right thing, this is the right theory, this is the right concept. We cannot say for sure that whatever Descartes say is valid and whatever Spinoza say is invalid. There is always an argument about it. We need to argue about it, and that's the whole point, studying all this material, studying all this philosophy and condensing it together to form an opinion, to have our own opinion, not opinion, but we, with all this process, we learn so much. And though we don't have a definite answer, get this idea from all the theories that we have learned, and we can apply them. The more we study about different philosophies, different theories, the more we grow. So likewise for coffee, every brew has different tastes, have different aroma, have different flavors. But the more we practice, the more we do it, get better at it. The aroma of this French press, of our French press, is a little ashy and woody, and there is a slight acidity in it, and I've been experiencing this since morning, since I've been practicing. I've been getting this sour taste in my French press. I think I'm doing something wrong with the timing or with the measuring. Now we have to clean this.